harder the passage, the harder you try. And the harder you try, the worse it gets. There's a physical reason this happens. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. My name is Joseph Arnold. I'm a performing violinist and certified Alexander Technique teacher. For over 20 years, I've been working with musicians who practice hard, play well, and still hit a wall on their most difficult passages. By the end of this video, you will understand the exact physical mechanism that's sabotaging your hard passages. And I'll give you a simple practice you can use in your very next session to change it. Here's what happens in almost every practice room every day. I see it in basically all of my students, and this used to be a really big habit for me. So you're playing along, things are going fine, then you see it coming, the hard passage. Fast run, the big shift, the exposed entry. And then something happens in your body before you even get there. You brace. Your shoulders creep up. Your breath gets shallow. Your jaw tightens. Your head moves. And then you play the passage, and it feels exactly as hard as you feared. So what do? You practice it more, right? You slow it down. You speed it up. You change the rhythms. You redo it 50 times. And sometimes it gets a little better in the practice room, but then in the performance, the same thing happens. The passage arrives, your body locks up, and you fight your way through it. In a minute, I'm going to show you the exact physical mechanism behind this, and it's something you can literally see in a mirror. But first, there's something most people miss entirely. Something that happens before you play the first note of that hard passage. All right, so this is something I helped a recent student of mine. He was working, he's a pianist, and he's working with a tricky passage in perpetual motion. Tons of notes, right? So we approached the difficult section, and I noticed something while he was playing. His head dropped, pushed forward like this. Not dramatically, just a little bit, a couple inches, a subtle forward and down motion, like he was trying to push his way into the passage. So I asked him to try something. Just move your head down like that without playing anything. Do you feel tighter or freer? You can try it right now. You can move your head down like this, so you're still facing forward. And of course, he said tighter, right? This is uncomfortable. Neck gets tight, your whole body gets tight. Your shoulders, your arms, all the way down to your hands and your toes, right? And here's why. Think about how you steer a horse. You guide by, pulling on the reins to move the stirrup, or the bit, whatever it's called. If you pull the horse's head back and down like this, the horse stops, it weakens. The whole body loses power. Your body works in the same way. When your head goes forward and down, or back and down, kind of like this, your entire system braces. And here's an even more dramatic example. So there's a rodeo sport where cowboys throw a 2,000-pound bull to the ground by grabbing its horns and pulling its head back. The only way they can do it is by pulling a head back. So that single movement collapses the bull's entire structure. When you push your head down on a hard passage, you're doing to yourself what that cowboy does to the bull. You're collapsing your own coordination in the exact moment you need it the most. So here's the thing. You're doing it because you're trying harder. You're focusing harder. The head drop is the trying. It's your body's physical expression of, I need to get this right. So now here's where it gets really interesting, because this isn't just a bad habit. It's your nervous system's best attempt to help you. It's very important to understand this. In the Alexander Technique, the relationship between your head, neck, and spine is called the primary control. It's kind of an abstract term, but really what it means is this is the master switch for your whole body's coordination. When the head leads the spine into length and freedom, when it's poised freely on top of the neck, everything works better. Your arms are freer, your breathing is easier, your fingers move with a lot less effort. But when your head pushes down, it's like flipping that switch off. Everything downstream tightens. And there was a study of this in 2024 at the University of Ottawa. They used motion capture to track pianists' craniovertebral and head-neck trunk angles before and after Alexander Technique lessons, and the results were very clear. AT lessons significantly changed these angles, both immediately and for 4 weeks afterwards. I'm sure it lasted longer than that. The head-neck relationship isn't abstract philosophy. It's measurable biomechanics. So why does the head drop fire on hard passages specifically? It's because your brain interprets the hard passage as a threat. The bracing response activates. Your head drops as a part of the whole body preparation for effort, fixating on the outcome so intensely that you destroy the very coordination you need to achieve it. This is why practicing a hard passage more doesn't always help. If you're practicing with your head dropping every time, you're not just practicing your notes, you're practicing your tension. You're training your body to brace every time it sees that passage coming. The passage becomes a trigger, and the tension becomes the automatic response. It becomes ingrained. You don't even notice it anymore. So, what do you do about this? It's actually simpler than you might think, but it might not be what you expect. So you don't hold your head up. That's just adding more tension on top of existing tension. And instead, you pause and simply refrain from pushing your head down. So before the hard passage, you stop playing just for a couple seconds, not to take a breath, not to try to relax, not to prepare your fingers, just to notice, just interrupt that old pattern. Is your head wanting to drop? Is your neck tightening? Are your shoulders creeping up? You're not trying to fix anything. You're just noticing. And in that moment of noticing, something shifts. The automatic bracing response doesn't fire. You have a choice you didn't have before. So my student, the pianist, tried this on his perpetual motion passage, and here's what he said. He said, with a pause, I'm already in position. And I'm like, okay, just execute, and I have no tension. It's the tension of getting it right, not the tension of execution. There's no tension in execution. It's all about getting it right. So that this is really important. The tension comes from trying to get it right, not the difficulty of the passage, and that makes it even harder to play. So this really matters for what happens when you make mistakes too. When you miss a note, and what does your body do? Your head drops harder. You attempt to fix it on the next attempt, right? But now you're playing with even more tension, so the next attempt is worse. Mistake, head drop, brace, worse attempt, bigger mistake. It's a spiral of doom, right? But the pause breaks that spiral. One moment of noticing, and you're out of the loop. So here's your practice for this week. Pick your hardest passages, the ones that always get you. Play up to it just before it, and then stop. Don't play the passage yet. Just pause and notice what your body's doing. Is your head pushing forward? Is your neck tightening? Are you already bracing for impact? Don't try to fix it. Don't try to fix your posture. Don't try to relax. Just refrain from pushing your head down. Let it be easy and simple. Let your neck be free, and then play the passage from that place. It probably won't be perfect the first time. This is a new coordination pattern, so it can be like, where do my hands go? But I bet it feels different and easier. Like there's less to fight through. And with practice like this, the accuracy will absolutely come back. And it's because there is less to fight through. You just stopped creating the obstacle. This is very important. All right, so if this changed something for you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you want to go deeper into this work, understanding how your body creates tension and how to stop fighting it, there's a couple options. You can take one-on-one lessons with me, and that's a surefire way of lasting, permanent relief from tension and injuries. And I also cover things like performance anxiety and imposter syndrome, burnout, this kind of thing. So if you want that real deep nervous system level change, no more Band-Aid fixes, that's something really great you can do. And I also run a free weekly Musicians Tension Reset Lab where you can get a taste of it, meet some other students, so you can sign up in the links in the description here. So hit subscribe, like the video if you did like it, share it with somebody who you think might need it, and be sure to watch this video and subscribe here. Okay, I'll see you next time.